I would pivot right to the wide receivers. I think Romeo Doubs and Zay Jones, who are far more available than Khalil Herbert, are worth taking a peek at. For now, it looks like Doubs is the top target in Green Bay. That's a great thing to have. And if he's going to continue to see 8 targets a game and he can make plays, absolutely somebody who can help you win your leagues. Zay Jones is seeing tons of targets. Jacksonville's offense is for real. Christian Kirk has really been stepping up, and I think defenses are going to have to start keying in on him. And that's going to open up Zay Jones, who's been playing really well. Those two would be up there. And then I think there's another gap. I'm not sure if McKenzie would be third best. I'm not sure if David Njoku would be third best. Probably one of the tight ends, whether it's Njoku, Conklin, or Thomas, maybe they'd be up there. I don't know. I think that third spot could go in a bunch of different directions. There's receivers that make sense. I think it really depends on what you need. We talk about that a lot when it comes to the waiver wire. But I think when it comes to Doubs and Jones, I think they have to be added.
Yeah, I mean, Njoku, you look at the way his season started. He was terrible in week 1 against Carolina. He was better, but still bad against the Jets. You know, the thing about the Jets is actually through 3 weeks, the Jets have been pretty solid against tight ends. They're the only team that's held Mark Andrews in check. He had 52 yards. Hayden Hurst had 1 catch for 7 yards. So maybe Njoku struggling against the Jets in week 2 wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought that'd be an easy matchup for him. You know, you'd be obviously more likely to buy into him if we didn't have doubts about Jacoby Brissett, but those aren't going away just yet. I'm going to give you another name. I think if you don't need anyone right now, how about Kadarius Toney? I just don't think they can justify. He obviously has to get healthy. Right. But I don't think they can justify keeping him on the bench anymore. They have no chance without him, and they probably suck with him. Not crazy, but Shepard out for the year. They have no chance without Kadarius Toney. He is their Obi-Wan. He is their only hope for a passing game.
I mean, I tend to agree, but I think we're going to see a lot of Richie James, who played a lot in the slot anyway. I think he's going to continue to see that role. I kind of like picking him up. And he's available in 96% of leagues. He's going to continue to see a ton of playing time.
But come on, I mean, you'd pick up Kadarius Toney, not Richie James.
I don't know if Tony's going to play. And then if Tony plays, how good can he be? How long will he be sustainable? I think you can make the move to pick up Toney first. But I wonder if he's going to end up being a big-time fool Jew. And I don't think the coaching staff particularly likes him. So
I don't, you know what?
I know you like him, Adam. I know that you're a huge fan of Kadarius Toney.
I think everybody knows what he's super talented, and we want to see him play, and we don't really know why, except it could just be that he's always injured. He missed the game with a hamstring injury. But you got what about Golladay real quick?
I'd rather have Toney.
Yeah. Okay.
And James
have to play. That's the only guy getting targets for the Giants, Sterling Shepard, and he's out.
Remind me when we get to wide receivers. I've got a terrific stash candidate.
Okay. Samaje Perine. You know what? Just say it now.
No, I'll tell you. We'll wait till we get to
another guy, by the way, to take a look at here.
Perine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Perine is at the top of the list of 5 running backs that I think need to be rostered, who are all in that backup role, who could become the next Khalil Herbert. And people should want to have these guys on their team. Perine's at the top of the list.
All right, we'll talk about quarterbacks soon. One of the names, like Goff this week, could be really good. Goff and Mariota are going to be fun every week to talk about. Hopefully they're
fun. Okay, that's a word.
Well, look, Seattle is Goff's matchup, and they are giving up the most yards per attempt by far. And Marcus Mariota is 4th in the NFL in air yards per pass attempt, 3rd in the NFL in air yards per completion. And there's a difference there. Like Goff, for example, is also very high in air yards per pass attempt, but he's not completing those passes. He's still pretty low in completed air yards. Mariota's throwing the ball downfield, and he's actually having some success with it. And it's interesting. He's not been great, but 17 to 20, basically 19.8 fantasy points in all 3 games.
Right. I was gonna give you a trivia question. Who has more 20-point fantasy games, Marcus Mariota or my dog Alvin? And they're tied. It's a trick question.
19.8.
19.8 is pretty close, but is there a 30-point game in Marcus Mariota? Is he any better than a bye week quarterback? I think he's. I think that's what he is. I think he's a
Oh,
bye
but
week guy. I've got 3 quarterbacks I'd rather pick up and use this week than Mario.
okay. Okay.